What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Before we dive into things, just a friendly reminder, if you like what you see, you want to support us directly, please consider becoming a member. The join button is right there. Got several tiers, including $2, $5, $10, $25, and $50 per month, all of which are their own rewards. Either click that join button below or follow the link at the top of the description. With that out of the way, let's dive into today's video, that being ranking all of the Jasons unmasked throughout the film franchise. I've seen these going around lately, and I kind of wanted to put our input in.
Yes.
Again, I think we kind of mutually came to an agreement on this one.
Yes.
It's very much subjective, so if you have a different opinion, don't yell at us. It's totally okay if you have a different opinion. And I think we might offend some certain fans of certain movies, but just play along here. Let us know your list in the comments below. We are going to go from best to worst, as I think it's more exciting which one's the worst, rather which one's the best, because I feel like most people agree on which one's the best, at least between these two films. Our favorite, the best, our number one choice, Part 7. I think it's fair to say that John Carl Buechler fucking killed it in Friday the 13th Part 7.
Yes.
It looks beautiful. We also see it in action the most, I would say. His mask gets ripped off pretty early into the end of the scene, into that final act of the film.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he gets to move his mouth a lot. You gotta let Kane be Kane in that makeup, and it's just beautiful. And on top of just the face itself, like the whole makeup for that wardrobe for Jason with all the back and it's sexy stuff.
Yeah, having John Carl Buechler, a special effects artist, as a director, he gets what he wants, and it's a good looking Jason.
Yeah, keep in mind this has nothing to do with the quality of the film. Some people hate Part 7, but Jason looks fucking good. That's what this list is about.
Yes.
Next on our list, extremely close to being number one, and you could definitely make an argument for being the best. Part 4 is so good. Tom Savini, of course, it's going to be on the list here. And also, friendly reminder, we are not doing Part 5, as it's not Jason. It's called Jason Unmasked, not Roy Unmasked. And we aren't going to do Part 1. We're not going to do old Ari Lehman. We're not going to do the kid Jason. Sorry, I don't feel like that counts. But yeah, Part 4 is our number 2 choice. Just beautiful. Also, the animatronics, like when he gets the machete to the face.
Yeah.
Just beautiful, beautiful stuff. Yeah, it very, very close to being number 1.
Right.
After that, that's where things start getting subjective. Most people can agree on those first two, but after this, it's where it gets a little crazy. It gets a little argumentative out here. For us, number 3 is number 3. It's Friday the 13th Part 3.
Yeah.
For me, like, the reason I think this is so high, dude, when he, at that last scene, when he is like scraping at the window,
yeah,
so scary. That was like the scariest thing that has ever happened in the Friday the 13th franchise, in my opinion. Just terrifying the way it's so real. It feels so. There's such a sense of urgency there when he's
exactly
clawing at the window, and then he just runs down and just kicks the door out.
Exactly.
So cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, so genuinely scary makeup there. Very Nosferatu. I see that comparison a lot.
Yes.
But still, it's dope. I like it. So those 3 films are the ones we really get a good look at Jason, except for like Part 2. After this, like, they didn't really show Jason's face all that much, which it probably is a good thing. You leave some mystery there, but it's also hard to rank it high on an unmasked list.
Right. So
number 4 on our list, Friday the 13th Part 6. You don't get a good look. But what we do see is great. And I think when we go into this list now, a lot of it will come down to what we've seen from mask makers, and those independent mask makers who have gotten a chance to dive into it. And the Part 6 ones, I think, look so cool.
Yeah.
So another great one. Another great one. Next on our list, number 5, Old Hillbilly Jason. Old bearded, which is Warrington Gillette, which is interesting. We're putting Warrington Gillette not last. Who'd have thought? Warrington Gillette not last on a Friday the 13th list. Warrington could be worse, but yeah, I think it actually looks pretty good. The whole, like, for what they were going for with old redneck hillbilly Jason.
Yeah,
it's pretty spot on to what I would assume is underneath the mask. I respect the beard. Also, by far the hardest bust to make
Yes.
accurately.
Yes.
And I feel like if that is something you say about it that means something in terms of talent and the actual effect they made in the film, I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny because you get a slow-mo look at him,
Yeah.
but it's not a great look at him.
Yeah.
Very interesting cinematography there.
I've only seen a handful of independent creators manage to make a really great one. And when they do, they're expensive, extremely expensive.
They know it.
They know it. They know it's hard to do. So that's one of the reasons Part
Yeah.
2 is up in that higher end, quote unquote higher end, middle range. Next on the list, one that probably people have lower, but I fucking love it. Jason Goes to Hell. You don't really see it in the film because his mask is like sucked to his face. But what we have seen in behind the scenes photos, or what I've seen independent mask creators do, it's such a gnarly look. Being able to see like the bone and
The sunken in.
yeah, it's just it's gory and fucked up. And then it's seen in the game. You can also see it in the game too. It's a messed up look, and I like it. And again, another one that would be hard to do, which is why you don't see it. And if you do see it, it's extremely expensive.
Yeah.
To all those Jason Goes to Hell cosplayers out there, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And there's a lot of you. You're all starting to come up and shine, which is cool as hell.
Yeah, Part 9 really has gained more of a cult following, especially in the last, 4 or 5 years even.
Yeah, I think the game has a lot to do with that. I think the game may have given Jason Goes to Hell a pretty big push.
Yeah.
But the movie definitely deserves more credit than it ever gets.
Yeah.
Next on the list, starting to get to our bottom 4 here where things aren't looking so good. The remake. I think the reason I don't like the remake all that much, it's not that it's really bad makeup. The neck on Derek Mears in that wardrobe is so big that it just kind of disorients the rest of the face, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just kind of a plain look.
Yeah.
There's not much there, except for the eye. The eye and the teeth are kind of like all we really get.
Yeah.
After that, it's pretty normal. It's a pretty normal dude.
Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary, really good or bad.
Yeah, it's just kind of there. Again, that's why it's the middle of the road there.
Yeah.
Could be worse. Like next on our list, that is Jason X.
Yeah.
I don't like Jason X look at all. I wouldn't be surprised people put it in last. What we do get to see of it on the table when she's like pulling the hockey mask off, she's like, no wonder you wear this thing.
Yeah.
It's the eyeballs are weird. The face is all squishy and it's nasty, but it's just not scary. It's not a very good look for him. Like Part 7, it's scary. Like he takes that mask off and you're like, holy shit, run from that thing. Jason X, you take the mask off and you're like, what is that?
Yeah, and not in a scary way, like you said.
It's laughable almost.
Yeah, but Jason X is kind of laughable in other regards.
But what's more laughable, by far, definitely a funny look in terms of the Unmasked Jason's Part 8, man. Frankenstein, Jack-o'-lantern, fucking Jack-o'-lantern Jason, or Frankenstein Jason, however you want to call him. It looks weird. The teeth are weird. The mouth is weird. He looks dumb. It's bad. The makeup's bad.
And it was supposed to be scary. I could tell where they were trying to be scary with like the throwing up. But just like his face, just with the puke coming out, it's funny.
Yeah,
it's pretty funny, which is not what they were going for, I imagine.
Yeah. It's an odd look. It's definitely not very good. And again, probably one of those that for a lot of you is at the bottom of your list. I see a lot of people talk shit about the Part 8 one.
Yeah,
I hear you. I get it. But I truly do think that at the bottom of our list and where it should be is Versus. Versus, you do not get a good look. You only see him really vomiting up the water. But we have seen a lot of behind-the-scenes photos of Versus come out, and a lot of mask makers dive into that look, and I don't like it.
No.
I think it's the dumbest looking one, and that's saying something for when you come from Part 8.
I agree.
I don't even think it's just the unmasked look of him, but the solid, just no texture, like metal-looking skin he has just makes it worse.
It's not creative.
Yeah, it's just... Like, because Part 6 is a similar color vibe, but there's textures, there's...
Yeah, the lines like, you can physically see.
Yeah, it's like rotting skin. In Versus, it's just like, it literally looks like he's metal.
Looks like he's wearing a mask.
It looks like he's wearing a mask. Yeah, and it doesn't look very real, and it just looks shitty.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like the remake just a lot worse. I remember, like, if you watch the opening scene of Freddy vs. Jason when he's chasing the girl,
yes,
and then Freddy comes up as his mom and gets his attention, he slowly turned his head all Frankenstein-like, which I already don't like that in general, but I'm telling you, his head, it looks like it's metal.
Yeah.
He looks like Terminator. I don't like it. That's our list. Let us know yours in the comments below. Again, this is an opinion. You have yours, we have ours. That's all that is. Nothing else. No one's right or wrong here. But that's going to wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. And of course, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. And we'll see you next time.